It'd be interesting to try the cheap ammo.
Yeah, of
if
course.
we've got time, just run 5 of them through.
Absolutely. Cool. So, first off, because your trend is up and down, that means that you have, personally, that probably means you're going to inconsistent breath hold, all right? So, when you shoot, talk to me, what are you doing with your breathing before you pull the trigger?
This time, not thinking about it.
Okay, fine. So,
normally I try to, just as I'm halfway breathing out, fire.
right, okay. So, the issue with... We've had people who do similar thing before, and the issue with halfway out is, where is halfway out? Yeah, and we want consistency.
I'm estimating.
Exactly, right? So if you're guessing, you're probably missing. So what we want is a fully exhale, because your body, once your body gets rid of all of its carbon dioxide inside it, that's when it's at its most chill. That's why when you breathe in, you feel tense, and even mentally, like, you know, you tense before something happens, and usually you suck in air, right? So your body is tense. However, that's usually when everything's calmed down, and that's usually what chills you out. And it's that window when everything's completely out and you're chilled, and your body's not going, I need to get this carbon dioxide out of me. All right, that's when you're at your most accurate. All right.
Well, I shouldn't necessarily shoot when I'm just as I fully exhale. Shoot.
No.
So it's sort of, I got that window, like you said.
Let's test it right now. We'll find exactly for it. So don't shoot. I just want you to aim at the target. Aim at something small. Okay. So do this now.
Can I do the same position, the same?
Everything, because we're not going to fire. All I want you to do, I just want you to be able to look through the sight and aim at something. Okay. So just aim at something very small. Okay. All I want you to do now is aim at that corner. Okay. I want you to now fully exhale. Okay, and keep aiming at that target. All right. So you fully exhale. Don't inhale again. And I want you to keep going until you start to see your position deteriorate. Because you'll start to go, hold shut, I need some air.
Shoulders aren't moving around. We want to keep that pressure consistent.
Probably now would be good timing for you.
Okay, can you see how your reticle now is starting to wobble more though? Yeah. Okay, boom, so you can breathe now. So you had a good few seconds there, 5-6 seconds, where you were stable, right?
Yep.
So there you go, you've answered your question, all right?
Yeah, and if not, breathe in, do it again.
Exactly that, yeah?
I'm not trying to hit a moving target.
Nope.
The target's not going to move. So
exactly that. Yeah, and there's
another go.
Exactly that. There's no point forcing it. Don't force a bad position. Just reset. Do exactly everything again. Perfect. Cool. So let's go for that. All right. And hopefully we'll adjust in a second because you are slightly right. But we'll go for that again, and hopefully that trend up and down should stop, because it just means that at one point, the lowest one, you're a little bit more breathed in than the other one potentially. But we'll have a look. So let's go again. So same position. So same position, same target, same corner of that, and let's have a look at the trend now. So remember to do the natural alignment piece. The breathe in, breathe out. See where your rifle's pointed. Once you're happy, go through your breathing cycle. Slow squeeze. Keep the trigger pinned to the rear. That was absolutely bob on. Okay, exactly the same again. Natural alignment check. Oh, there we go.
And again?
Yeah. No, there's no point, mate. That's literally absolutely bang on. So you saw how there we adjusted nothing, just your breathing, and instead we weren't even right anymore, but they were both boom. And again, that was like a point or around a quarter MOA group. Only 2 rounds, so it's not representative of the true size of the group.
How would you do? 3 or 5?
As many as you can, as many as you can afford to do. But no, there's lots of other factors. SD, like your standard deviation of the rounds come into it, like the position and all sorts. But we want to be able to see a trend, all right? So we don't want to shoot at 1 and adjust off 1. If we do 2, it gives us a bit more information, but doesn't give us loads. The more we shoot, the more information we get. Okay. So it's why when we're zeroing and we're pretty much bang on, that's when you want to start shooting more. So say you shoot and you're miles off, all right, fine, you can afford to adjust because the cone of fire is miles off, so you may as well get it nearer. Once we're pretty much on, that's when you want to go, right, I'm probably going to do a 10 round group or something like that, and then you can see the whole trend, and that's when you go, right, I might need a click. But do you know what I mean? That's when you're happy. Those last 2 were literally bang on where you're aiming. I'm more than happy with that. So now let's move on to the shot process. But you happy so far?
Yeah.
Yeah? Bob on.
I just got to remember.